Okay, so I really hadn't intended to start this cup tonight, but I had some leftover epoxy mixed up, so I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to use Pool Hair Don't Care at the bottom, and then I'm going to go into my corally color in the middle, and then I'm going to go to the orange at the top. So those are the three colors I'm using. This is the decal I'm going to use on top. But I have about 5 mLs on here. Hopefully it's enough for this, being that it is a chunky mix. So I'm just going to do like the middle third of the cup to start. I'm hoping because of the type of cut that these are going to sort of ombre together relatively easily. So I'm going to scoop that up. Which I'm going to go ahead and do the blue next. Which will be the lightest color. Whoops. What am I doing? But I'm gonna sprinkle some of this by hand while it's out. I wish I had a glove on, but I don't feel like stopping to put a glove on. So, it'll be what it'll be. Alright. And at this point, they're going to end up kind of mixing. I'm going to go around that line with the middle color. So since I have this out, I'm going to sprinkle from high. Okay. So I still got a little bit of room for the blue to fill in. And I'm going to add that to my dump jar because I don't want to mix that back in the jar. I just don't. So back to the blue. I'm just going to run that around that overlap and let it fill in any leftover space. So that's actually not terrible. I love these colors together. Once this is smooth, I'm going to get this on here, probably somewhere up in here. Yeah. So I'm going to try and get this patted down in a little bit when it starts to set up, but I don't really want to pat this that much because there wasn't a lot of epoxy on here to begin with. So I'm going to get a couple coats of resin on this, and then we'll be back to get the decal on and finish it up. Okay, so this is smooth enough for decal. I had initially thought about putting some clouds or waves on this, but I really feel like it's pretty just as is. And this is that white backed decal that I just want to keep it simple. So, because it's white printed on the clear and the color printed over it. So I'm going to go ahead and just take some of the extra off. I like that this has neons and this is pastels. That's just really doing it for me on this cup, so. Try and get the cup squared up to me. I think somewhere in there would be good. Felt side of the squeegee. Burnish it down really good. This did get 2 coats of resin, a good sanding, and another coat. It's still not completely smooth, but smooth enough that the decal could go on, and I think one more is going to cover the rest of it. So I'm going to get it over to epoxy in a little bit and we'll finish it up. Okay, I am ready to get a coat on here. Just a clear coat. I'm not adding anything to this one. My rim is somewhat cleaned already, but I do have a couple spots that are still up over, so I'll have to address those. And for that, I will just take my flap wheel on my rotary tool to it, which I have showed you before, so I am not going to include that in this video. See, I'm not really seeing any of the clear edge through this epoxy. When I say I should have epoxied before I put one of these decals on, that's what I mean. I'm sure you can see the difference. But I think this is beautiful. I love the way the 3 ombre together. And I am really happy with it, and I'm glad I left it kind of plain because it's got a lot going on anyways. So that is it for this one. Thank you.